My name is Julia Baldari. I'm originally from Peru. 32 years. Well, basically, I believe that this is the only country in the world where you could get all your dreams will come true. If you work hard, honestly, you raise your kid properly, they will become what you are.
Old-blooded American. This is my country, damn it. And bringing in these people from other countries, if they don't abide by our rules, they need to get the hell back to their country.
Tonight, widespread rumors circulating in the Twin Falls area that 3 Syrian refugees raped a young child.
The story has spread like wildfire on social media and several blogs.
6 on Your Side has confirmed an incident did take place.
Tonight we learned that these attackers were not Syrian refugees like it was widely spreading online, but rather these boys are from Iraq and Sudan. And they've been here in the Twin Falls area for less than 2 years. Now, earlier today, the prosecuting attorney said 3 boys aged 14, 10, and 7 were part of an attack that took place at the Fawnbrook Apartments, where a 5-year-old girl was assaulted.
My name is Ram Lubonicki. I'm from New Jersey. We have long now been concerned about the future of our nation and our children. We've decided that we will no longer just go to everyday life the way we used to, that we needed to take a little bit of action and come out and see what we can do. So we were very long not dissatisfied with the way the media has reported the news, how they spun the news, how they basically became, in our view, more like government actors, pretty much, and fitting us the narratives that they want us to understand. Basically telling us who we should vote for, who we shouldn't vote for. That's been going on for a very long time.
Virginia. In these particular no-go zones, you cannot get into. They have gates, they have armed guards, they have security forces, and when you go up into them, you're specifically told to leave these particular areas, and they're particularly dangerous.
And we're watching right now. Where are we seeing this footage from?
This is a video they put out for the people inside of the compounds so that they learn how to do terrorist-type training. They teach them how to kidnap people, how to strangle them, how to kill guards, how to do guerrilla-type warfare training. And this is what goes on in these isolated no-go zones inside the United States.
We decided that we're going to try to educate people as well, do the research, find out the information, and start putting it out there in order to grow the support base for political discourse, because that's the way to do it. We have a silver bullet, and that silver bullet is our vote. And if we can manage to vote in the right people into office, we hope that things will change and change for the better, and be the constitutional country that we are, and follow our constitution. And it's just very, very important to our future and the future of our children and our national security. Basically, we started a small organization, my co-founder and myself, and we called it American Bikers United Against Jihad. Or if you may, we can also refer to us as American Bikers for National Security, because we feel the two intertwine. Terrorism is a big threat to our country and to our national security. And we understand that bikes get attention. Bike also represents America, represents veterans, freedom, strength. That's what the biking community asserts and projects to people. The biking community, by the way, is an amazing community, although they get a bad rap, where very tiny, and we want to talk small percentage, that's what a small percentage really is, of some questionable actions. But biking community as a whole is an amazing community. They are very active, they're very involved, they do amazing work with veterans, veterans' families, children, battered women, and so on and so forth. It's a brotherhood, a patriotic brotherhood that's just amazing and stunning. You have to be part of it, to live it, to understand it. We are concerned about our national security, which can be concerned for all Americans. And that doesn't exclude any religion or any race or any group of people. It has to do, if you're an American, that is a concern. You have national security concern. For years I've heard people say, not in my backyard, I don't care until they're in my backyard. Well, you know, the way we see it, the way we're understanding, they are in our backyard.
The interesting thing about these camps, they're located in very rural areas of America, which has very small police departments, and they intentionally set them up in these areas where, for instance, the one in New York, they have a total of 4 police officers.
We need to understand it and educate about it as much as we can. And now that we have started the organization and we have a large following, we are doing our inaugural ride. And although we've been involved in other rides and other rallies and so forth, this is not a rally, this is just a ride. We are doing our first ride for national security. And we're doing it in order to educate and raise awareness. We are going to take a ride in upstate New York in the Catskills Mountains. Well, there are 35 or so that we know of jihadist campgrounds, what we call jihadist campgrounds, across 22 states across the United States. These campgrounds were founded by Sheikh Mubarak Ali Gilani, and he's also the founder of the I.C.A.R.E terrorist organization. They mostly operate in India. Also, they have known to have had some connections to some terrorist acts here in the United States as well. If people remember Daniel Pearl, the journalist, he was on his way to interview the Sheikh Gilani in Pakistan when he was abducted and eventually beheaded. So this is who Sheikh Gilani is, and he's the founders of these compounds. He's the founders, he's the spiritual leader, and his first one was a community in the Catskills called Islamburg. That's what's known today as the headquarters. That was his very first camp that he established. He did it while he was an imam in a mosque in Brooklyn on Atlantic Avenue, the Al-Farouk Mosque. It's a notorious mosque for the reason that the first attack on the Twin Towers back in '93 came out of this mosque. I believe Abu Hamza, Sheikh Rahman, they were the ones that were arrested in connection of the first attack on the Twin Towers, and they came out of the Al-Farouk Mosque in Brooklyn, the same mosque that the Sheikh Gilani, who established these campgrounds, also was preaching, if you may say, in that particular mosque. We know this information because it's available to law enforcement through various reports by the FBI, and that's how we know. We trust law enforcement, we trust what they tell us, and if it wasn't them, we would be a little more careful about what our opinion in regards to this matter. So knowing that and understanding that, we want to highlight this threat to our fellow Americans and fellow citizens, and we want to take this ride from one point to another point, passing by Islamberg and continuing. We have no intention on infringing on anybody's constitutional rights.
I'd like to say to Bo right now, who's having trouble speaking English, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Zayabayem. I'm your father, Bo. The people of Afghanistan, the same. Khalifa al-Thani.
But what he said on Sunday and what he said in the Rose Garden, Waleed is suggesting that he was declaring the Muslim victory call, and then the president smiles when he does it. As soon as he hears, he calls it the war cry of Allah.
Yet the President of the United States does not define the terror issue clearly. Here's why. Barack Obama's father, who abandoned his family, was a Muslim who eventually turned atheist. Then his mother married another Muslim, moving young Barry to Indonesia, where he was exposed to the Islamic world, even though he did attend a Catholic school in first grade. According to his half-sister, Barack Obama attended his half-brother's wedding in the early 1990s. Malik Obama was a Muslim. The Factor has obtained pictures, allegedly from that wedding.
We respect and abide by the Constitution. We have no intentions of breaking any laws. We are law-abiding citizens. We may be bikers, but we are family men. We have children. We have grandchildren. We have jobs. And we respect every other American for the same things as well.
I am very proud of being an immigrant, but I'm also an American. So I'm an immigrant and an American. And I have relatives that don't have the documents properly because they decided not to do it. I guess you have to obey the rules of the United States. This is your country. You want to empower your family. You want to empower yourself. You're supposed to respect them.
Approximately 3 weeks ago, there was an open forum in Hancock where the community was invited. They gave a little bit of presentation about what their community was about the religion, and they came right out and they denounced acts of terrorism and radicalism. They basically don't feel that what's happening overseas represents them at all, and they are completely against it. This community forum was a very big event for them. We were also present. They asked law enforcement to be there. And the overwhelming support that they received from the community from that event, I think, is probably transferring over to what's happening today. About 3 weeks ago, 3 Sundays ago, they had a community forum down in Hancock, and it was open to the public. There were probably about 100 people in attendance, and that's where, like I said, they have come right out openly and spoken out against radical Islam and what's happening in the Middle East. They don't feel that the people that are committing these atrocities are true Muslims because they're breaking the law. They're murdering people. So the support that they have, really, it was a very positive day, and I was there. They asked me to speak a little bit, on their behalf, and like I said, most people think that this is a new community that just started here, and like I said, they've been part of this area for 30-some years.
My name's Mike Tripoli. Come down to do the ride for a little bit of awareness for myself, to know what's going on, what happens behind these walls. Do they contribute to a part of society that I do and my fellow bikers and citizens do in the country? And why is the NAACP coming down to protest or block us? Why do they back them up? That organization's been trying to get themselves known in this country as an American organization, but yet they want to back a private, quiet, wall hidden organization that has ties, maybe not, with radicals. Who knows? That's why we're here to find out.
My father didn't jump from planes, liberate death camps, lose 78% of his outfit to watch his country be taken apart. That's why I'm here. Listen, there's millions of World War II veterans turning over in their graves, seeing what's happening to this country. But I will support anyone who's on the Republican ticket because the only other choice is a communist or a felon. I feel that if we get another president bent on destroying the very way of life of the average American, destroying the American dream, making it so that it's not better for our children, taking this from being the best country in the world, the freest country in the world, the country with the most opportunity, and turning it into a third world country where everybody has nothing except for the politicians, the people in the ruling party, the new ruling party elitists. Where they'll go to the government store. They'll be able to get whatever they want. But the average citizen won't.
Wave your flag.
Let me tell you, that was horrible for a few months, a few years ago.
I don't know. I don't really understand the details, but David charged. So Kathy didn't go to the arrangement.
So it's like this sitting down here. I figured I might as well get that.
Hi, I'm Barbara Agolia from Oneonta, New York, and I came here for a peace rally to celebrate our Muslim neighbors.
Hi, I'm Adam Agolia. I'm from Oneonta, New York, and I came here to support our Muslim neighbors.
Paul Agolia from Oneonta, New York, and I'm here to support our Muslim neighbors.
My name is Diane Durgan, and I'm from Binghamton, New York. And my son is an American Muslim, along with his wife and their son.
Muslims stop harassing American 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 Muslims.
And where you're from and what you're doing here.
Looks good. My name's I.C.A.R.E. from Philadelphia.
Okay, thanks a million.
Support Islamberg. Well, some bikers trashing Muslims here. Like, we've been here 30 years. Haven't you crossed anybody? Trying to stop this phobia that's going on in America. A lot of that going on. That's basically it here.
And what do you do for a living?
Everybody at Fender work.
Huh? And what did you think of what happened here today?
It was a good turnout. It was good. Yeah. 280 people just getting together trying to
I'm not
stop
really for a while because my car's not going down there.
illegal things that some people be doing.
And how long have you lived here?
No, I just came up from Philadelphia.
Oh, to support.
Yeah.
My name is Atta. I'm a volunteer today. I grew up here. I've been living here since I was 10 years old, around 1990.
In Islamberg, right?
In Islamberg, yes. My parents moved us, myself and my siblings, we lived in Brooklyn, in the city, to escape that sort of influence, to save our minds, bodies, and souls, if you will. Since then, we adopted the country life. We log. We have wood burner stoves. We farm. We have sheep and ducks and chickens and all that kind of things. We played sports. We went to the local schools, and we acclimated pretty nicely. It was rough at first, to come out of city life and be adjust to country life into basically a segregated society. But after a while, as you can see, we blended. Most definitely, I'm a born American. My parents are American. Their parents are American. So, the only difference, if you will, is that, we subscribe to a different religion than, if you will, the norm. But, this is America. It's built on diversity. So there really isn't. I make the argument there's no such thing as a norm. But for whatever reason, there's parties out there that want to force us or paint this picture, in the media that, we are this and this Mongol and it has to be, stomped out. We're law-abiding citizens. We have families and we work right next to you. Some people, they don't know. I mean, you don't go to your jobs and announce your religion or what political party you belong to. These are human beings. No, we're not going to authorize wiping them out or, confiscating their property and putting them in prisons and shipping them off here and there solely because they wish to worship one God.
We've decided that we will no longer just go through everyday life the way we used to, that we needed to take a little bit of action and come out and see what we can do, see what we can do, see what we can do, see what we can do.
esa hora.